criteria for success and how that works. And it was interesting. A couple days ago, had a conversation with someone, and they brought up a point which I think is really profound and very much grounded in a Christian perspective, which is that all of us get to choose what we hold as the criteria for success. It's really important. There are so many examples of what that criteria will be, and so many that our culture will tell us. And we have to remember that we get to choose that. You really get to choose the criteria for success. Now, it doesn't mean everything's relative. There are clearly many criteria that are more healthy and more beneficial than others. But we get to think through that ourselves, and we get to define that. And that's why sometimes we can see people who live lives that are strained and difficult, maybe difficult financial circumstances, for example, really difficult financial circumstances, or health conditions or whatever, but their criteria of success lies somewhere else. So it doesn't upset them because they have their criteria somewhere else. And it's that beautiful thing, from the New Testament where Jesus talks about lay up treasures for yourselves in heaven where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt. So it's like, where do we put our treasure, so to speak? What do we treasure, truly treasure? And a lot of that, friends, is about looking very deeply. If we come up with a criteria of success, like this is a criteria we have, but we don't have any plan around that, that's known as magical thinking. And that's very tempting, very nice. It's magical thinking, saying just because if I see it, I can be it without any work involved. And we have a culture with a lot of people will promote that. Will literally say, if you can see it, you can be it. Well, if you don't have any work, you can see it all you want, and it's not going to happen 99.9% of the time. That's for sure. But what if, on the other hand, we got really clear? We just took a breath. For you, what is your primary criteria of success? What is it? What thing or things do you hold up there? Take another breath. And then think, how do you plan to get there today? It's always about progress, not perfection. Always about the next step. Always about, we're given a flashlight, and that actually will give you enough light to get across the country in a long enough time. But that, friends, is what we want to do. What is your criteria of success? And then what can you do today to just further that just a little bit more, to just move that down the road a little more? And a lot of that, friends, is this deeper way of looking. Yesterday we looked at the biblical concept of bread, and we're saying, we could look at it at one level, but then we could look at it at a much deeper level, which is talking about the bread of heaven. It's not necessarily talking about the bread that satisfies our stomachs. It's talking about the bread that satisfies our hearts. And here's a piece of Christian New Church theology around that from the book Secrets of Heaven, number 2177. In reality, its holiness is such that it unites human minds to heavenly minds, as long as they think with deep affection about the bread and wine as symbols of the Lord's love and of the love we give back to him. When human minds do this, they have a holiness from within. It's a beautiful line. So here's this idea just of simple bread. And when we really try to think through deeper meanings of things, and when we look at the word and we think through deeper meanings there, and we just consider this stuff, wrestle with it, and try as best we can to live it, actually that connects us to heaven, and it connects us to love, and helps us to see out there into the world in a much more deep way. This is it's like, it's hard to capture it, friends, but when we start to look through the world that way, boy, we start to see the world with a lot of wonder and a lot of awe. Because it's just filled, and I feel like God is speaking to us in so many different ways. For some of you, maybe you're out on a walk this morning and you're seeing the leaves and you're with your dog. For other people, you may be watching this, sleeping in, and you're all curled up in nice warm blankets because it's fall here in the Northeast, if you're watching from the Northeast. Who knows what for you, but we're going to shift gears, and we're going to shift gears here by doing a little prayer, little meditation, a little prayer, a little blessing, and then we'll say hi to folks on Facebook. So with that, dear friends, let's get a little breath. A meditation. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's give a little cheery hello here and say hi to folks. And just give us a second here. Excuse me. It's definitely allergy season with this fall. That is for sure. Oh, come on, Nellie. Friends, we may not be able to do this. Come on, Nellie. It's the joy of technology. All right. Linda, good morning to you, and I hope you're doing well. And let's flip on over. All right. Boy, technology is just not my friend this morning. Friends, I'm really sorry. Technology is not cooperating today, so my apologies. We will get online.